Hi, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Furk, aka Phil, and first of all I just wanted to quickly mention that my last video on the X100 Mark VI put a lot of more people into my channel, and therefore I just wanted to thank you again for watching one of my videos or even be a subscriber of my small channel. But now let's continue with the X100 Mark VI. Today I want to share with you a little bit why I love the 40 megapixel sensor of the X100 Mark VI. This sensor was launched originally in the X-T5, and since then and also now with the X100 Mark VI separates the opinion of a lot of people who are liking the higher megapixel or would prefer the lower megapixel count of the X100V, which had 26 megapixel. But I will tell you now why I love the 40 megapixels, and I will show you later how I personally use it. The main reason is, of course, if you have a higher megapixel sensor, you are able to crop in a lot into your picture and recompose or frame your image differently in post-production. And that's one of the reasons why I love high megapixel sensors. Even though I'm just a hobbyist, I don't make any money with my photos, I just shoot for fun. Basically, I already made a video about this topic. You can check that video if you want. Basically, back then it was with the Leica Q3, and the arguments are also the same now for the X100 Mark VI with the 40 megapixel sensor. I use the cropping ability of high megapixel counts because of my introverted nature. I still don't have the courage. In that way, I'm somehow a coward, you can say, but I still don't have the courage to point a camera directly into the face of someone and take a shot. Especially with wider lenses like this 35mm equivalent. I did a POV session with my Leica M9 previously. You can check that also if you want. And since that camera is manual focus only, you basically have to point the camera directly into people's faces if you want to do streets. And I felt very uncomfortable with that. Therefore, I need to practice in that field. But cameras like this one allow me to crop into the picture far enough to recompose without the person noticing I took the shot, since the distance is quite high. But again, 40 megapixels, you can crop in a lot into that. To show you how I utilize that, upcoming is a quick POV session, which I recorded with the X100 Mark VI. And on that day, it was the first time I was shooting this camera, which I just picked up a few days ago. And I have to say, it's very fun to shoot with this specific camera. Quick disclaimer before we start with the POV session. Since it was my first day, I went out to get my baby daughter to sleep and took the opportunity again to take some photos for my YouTube channel and also record a POV session. If you're a long-time viewer, you know that I do that a lot. Also, thumbs ups to you if you're a long-time supporter. And during this first session, I put everything on automatic here. Aperture automatic and also shutter speed, and ISO was also on automatic. And unfortunately, I realized that some pictures are not sharp simply because the shutter speed was not high enough. So if you see any pictures which are not in focus or properly in focus, that was totally my fault, not the camera's one. But yeah, I was too excited to get this puppy out to shoot, so I basically forgot some basics. Now sit back, grab something to eat or drink, and enjoy the first POV session I took with my Fujifilm X100 Mark VI. All pictures you see in this session are all JPEGs straight out of the X100 Mark VI. The first shot is always Provia, and the second picture and the cropped one is acros. Since I enjoy black and white photography and I was curious how this film simulation on these pictures, since it's been a while since I have a Fujifilm camera. By the way, the autofocus on the X100 Mark VI is just insane in my opinion. It's such a great update from the X100V. The upcoming guy was the whole time recognized by the camera, even though the distance was quite big. Since the priority is to keep my daughter sleeping, I don't have or don't take time to compose my images. I just walk and spray shooting. It might look unprofessionally since I don't take care about my composition, but as I already mentioned, priority is to keep my daughter sleeping and not my images. Therefore, the 40 megapixel helps me to recompose the images in post-production. After looking at some of these Acros JPEGs, in my opinion they look great, but I would use it as a starting point to edit even further, since I would like personally a little bit more contrast in black and white images. If you're still watching until this point, thank you very much for your valuable time. You deserve the like for that. And if you want to support my small little channel, you can buy me a coffee via the link below in the description, or check the affiliate links also below in the description. And if you want to see more videos of my channel, just click one of these ones.